Welcome everybody. Today's topic that is of about the midbrain. Such as I have told you in the previous class sheet that our brain is divided into three parts. That is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. And forebrain that is also divided into three parts. That is olfactory lobe, cerebrum and diencephalon. Cerebrum that is also divided in two parts, that is left and right cerebral hemisphere, and each cerebral hemisphere is divided into two parts, that is cortex and medulla, and each cortex part of cerebral hemisphere, each cerebral hemisphere is divided into four parts, that is the frontal, parietal, temporal and occipital. Okay, and third part of our forebrain, that is the diencephalon, and diencephalon is also divided into three parts: epithalamus, thalamus and hypothalamus. Okay, this is the three parts of the forebrain. Second, that is the second part of our brain, that is midbrain. Okay, so today we will discuss completely about the midbrain. Okay, midbrain that is also divided into two parts. One is corpora quadrigemina and second that is crura cerebelli. Okay, what is corpora quadrigemina? Such as you know that which you are seeing this figure, this is the parts of the brain, central nervous system. This is the brain and this is the spinal cord. In the brain, I have told you that brain divided into three parts, that is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. But today's topic of mine, that is the midbrain. So this is the part of the midbrain. Okay, and in the midbrain that is divided into two parts, that is the corpora quadrigemina and other is
Crura cerebelli.
cerebelli. So this part, this is called the corpora quadrigemina and this tract is called, nerve tract is called crura cerebelli. Okay, I want to tell you about the first, that is the corpora quadrigemina. Okay, this is the four lobes. Corpora quadrigemina is four lobes in midbrain. Okay, anterior one pair, that is the superior caliculi, that is optic lobes. Okay, optic lobes, and posterior one pair, that is inferior caliculi or auditory lobes. This means frontal lobe, anterior lobe is optic lobes, and posterior, this means inferior caliculi is called auditory lobes. Okay, this means two types of lobes is present in corpora quadrigemina. One, that is the optic lobes. Okay, anterior part is called the optic lobes and posterior that is called auditory lobes. Okay, and four lobes, these four lobes, this means one pair, that is the optic lobes and other one pair, that is auditory lobes. These four lobes is present only in mammalian brain. In remaining vertebrates, only two lobes, corpora bigemina present. This means optic lobe. Okay, this means this anterior optic lobes is present, but posterior auditory lobes is absent in remaining vertebrate. But in mammalian, this means this
Two pair.
pair of lobes is present only in mammalian brain. In the remaining vertebrate, only anterior two pair of lobes, only anterior one pair of lobes is present. That is optic lobes. Anterior one pair lobe, that is optic lobes, is present in all vertebrate, but in only mammalian two pair lobes. This means four lobes is present only in mammalian brain. Anterior one pair, that is this anterior one pair is called optic lobes, and posterior one pair, that is auditory lobes. Okay, the next, that is the, I have told you that what is the corpora quadrigemina. Okay, the corpora quadrigemina, that is the four lobes in midbrain. Anterior one pair superior caliculi, that is optic lobes, and posterior one pair, that is inferior caliculi or auditory lobes. Okay, four lobes present only in mammalian brain. Four lobes present only in mammalian brain. In a remaining vertebrate, two lobes, corpora bigemina present. This means optic lobes present. This anterior part is the optic lobes. The optic lobes is present in the other remaining vertebrates, but auditory lobes absent. In remaining vertebrate, except mammalian vertebrates, all has bigemina, corpora bigemina present. This means auditory lobes absent and optic lobes present in remaining vertebrate except mammalian. Here you are seeing that first anterior, that is the superior caliculi. Okay, superior caliculi, that is optic lobes. So what is the superior caliculi? What is the optic lobes? Optic means eye. This means superior caliculi. This means optic lobes that is connected with eye. Okay, and this brings movement. This superior caliculi brings movement in eyes and neck for focusing on eyes on object for sharp vision. Okay, this posterior lobes, that is for the auditory. This is for listen. There you are seeing that is the inferior caliculi, that is connected with external ear, brings movement in external ear and neck for focusing in ear towards source of sound. Okay, and now previous I have told you that midbrain is divided into two parts. One is the corpora quadrigemina, another is corpora quadrigemina, another crura cerebelli. Okay, other that is crura cerebelli. The crura cerebelli is also called cerebral peduncle. Peduncle, that is the nerve tract. Peduncle means nerve tract. This is the crura cerebelli. This tract which you are seeing, this is called the crura cerebelli. And what is the work of crura cerebelli? The crura cerebelli, that is one pair heavy nerve tract. Okay, crura cerebelli. What is the crura cerebelli? Crura cerebelli is one pair heavy nerve tract that conduct information hindbrain and midbrain to forebrain and vice versa. This means this is the corpora. This is the crura cerebelli. What is the crura cerebelli? Crura cerebelli is the heavy nerve tract that connect information from forebrain midbrain to hindbrain and hindbrain midbrain to forebrain and vice versa. Okay, so this is the complete knowledge about the midbrain. That our midbrain is divided into two parts. First, that is the corpora quadrigemina, and second that is crura cerebelli. Corpora quadrigemina, in that 4 lobes present. First anterior lobes, one pair lobes that is optic lobes, and posterior one pair lobes that is auditory lobes. This means anterior first pair lobe that is optic lobes is related to eyes, connected to eyes for the vision, and posterior one pair lobes that is connected with ear, auditory lobes that is connected with ear for the listen sound. Okay, and second that is the crura cerebelli. Okay, so what is the crura cerebelli? Crura cerebelli is the heavy nerve tract that connect information from forebrain, midbrain to hindbrain, and hindbrain, midbrain to forebrain, and vice versa. Okay.